My internal clock is stuck on the night you left, a permanent glitch in the heart that's been bereft. I'm running on a loop of the way you said my name, but the software is broken and it's never been the same. I'm lagging in the hallway, I'm freezing at the door. I can't process the us that doesn't live here anymore. The system is crashing, the screen is turning blue. I'm overloaded by the memory of you. A simple restart won't fix the broken code. I'm carrying a weight that's about to explode. The only way out is to clear out the space and vanish every trace of your beautiful face. I'm doing a hard reset tonight, wiping the drive until the darkness is white. I'm going back to the factory, back to the me before I was part of your symmetry. Deleting the jokes in the 3 a.m. fights, washing away all the neon-soaked nights. It's a digital death, it's a soul-searching death. I'm losing it all in a hard reset, formatting the dates and the GPS lines, the coordinates of where our hearts were entwined, erasing the cache of the way your skin felt, the thermal shock moments that made me just melt. I'm clicking select all, I'm dragging the grief to a bin in the corner for some temporary relief. The version of me that was yours is now legacy. I'm making myself into a new kind of vacancy. A simple restart didn't stop the pain. I'm still seeing your silhouette through the rain, so I'm hitting the button, I'm pulling the plug. I'm a girl who is addicted to your heavy-handed drug. I'm doing a hard reset tonight, wiping the drive back to the darkness is white. I'm going back to the factory, back to the me before I was part of your symmetry. Deleting the jokes in the 3 a.m. fights, washing away all the neon-soaked nights. The digital bed, it's a soul-searching death. I'm losing it all in a hard reset. What if there's nothing left room on through? What if I'm just a hollow shell without you? Better to be empty than to be this full of hurt. Better to be sad than to be this alone. When I'm never drain the battery, I'm ready to be a stranger to myself. Doing a hard reset tonight. They say just breathe, but they don't tell you how heavy the air gets when the person you shared it with is gone. It's a workout just to stay alive. I'm sitting on the edge of the bed, staring at the floor, counting all the oxygen I don't want anymore. My chest is a cage and the bars are getting tight. I'm fighting with the atmosphere in the middle of the night. You took the easy with you when you walked out the door, left me with a gravity I wasn't ready for. I'm a deep sea diver with a broken down tank, watching all the us just slowly start to sink into the carpet, into the walls, into the skin. Trying to remember where the me used to begin. And the room is getting smaller, and the ceiling's coming down. I'm a champion to fight while I'm starting to drown. it's just one heavy breath after another. Trying not to choke, trying not to smother. I'm inhaling the silence, exhaling the pain. Walking through the house like a ghost in the rain. Yeah, my lungs are like lead and my heart is a stone. Learning how to breathe and always alone. Heavy breath is the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, look, is it the anxiety, is it the ache? Is it the sound of a heart that was built just to break? I'm checking my vitals, I'm checking the clock. Stuck in a loop of an emotional shock. You were the rhythm, you were the flow. Now I'm just a maybe with nowhere to go. Every remember when is a knot in my throat. I'm a 4K disaster in a low budget coat. I'm gasping for the us while I'm choking on it now. Trying to find a way to make it go, but I don't know how I'm a full detective of a love gone cold. Searching for the air in a story that was told in a whisper.
1, 2, and another 3, 4. What's this about?
I forgot how to do this.
Cause it's just one heavy breath after another. Trying not to choke, trying not to smother. I'm inhaling the silence, exhaling the pain. Walking through the house like a ghost in the rain. Just unknown. I didn't realize I was the whole construction crew. I thought we were building this together. But my hands are calloused and yours are perfectly clean. I'm tired of being the only one, keeping the world from crashing down. 6 a.m. and I'm bracing for the 4K strain. Holding up the roof against the high society rain. I'm a 4K version of an atlas in a dress, trying to find the love inside this architectural mess. You're leaning on the pillars, you're leaning on the pride, while I'm the only one with the always inside. I'm a forensic detective of the one-way work, analyzing the shadows where the excuses lurk. I'm carrying the memories, I'm carrying the plan, waiting for the moment you become a better man. And my knees are shaking and the iron is cold. I'm losing the battle with the story we told. Oh, the gravity is growing, oh, the truth is showing its teeth. Cause I'm doing all the heavy lifting tonight, holding up the arch in the artificial light. My heart is a crane that's starting to snap, watching the forever fall into the gap. Oh, I'm a high fashion tragedy, a soul on the line, watching you watch me while I lose what was mine. Oh, heavy lifting, the foundation is shifting. Yeah, look, shift the tonnage, shift the tension, check the grain. I'm a forensic detective of the invisible pain. I'm analyzing the friction, I'm analyzing the force of a love that ran its high speed, agonizing course. You weren't a partner, you were just extra weight, leaving me to carry the 4K version of fate. I'm a satellite falling with a world on my back, wiping the soot from the structural crack. Oh, you're the anchor, but you're tied to my neck, leaving me to rattle in this high definition wreck. It's a grueling devotion, a high gloss sham, and I'm the only one who knows how tired I am. What if I just let go? What if I just let the whole thing go? I can't carry us both anymore. Cause I'm doing all the heavy lifting tonight, holding up a us in the artificial light. My heart is a crane that's starting to snap, watching it forever fall into the gap. Heavy lifting,
dropping. Go away.
They said it was the app designed to be deleted. I guess they were right. I deleted the app, but I can't delete the way I feel. You were a standout on a Tuesday night. I spent a rose just to get the light, to catch your eye, to start the thread. Now I'm rereading everything you said. Your voice prompt sounded like a home. I could know I'm looking for someone who won't let go. We were most compatible at 99%. I didn't know that's where the forever went. Into a cloud, into a match, into a flame that burned out before I even learned your middle name. And typing bubble is a ghost in the room, watching the garden turn back into gloom. We were a match made in silicone. Now I'm just moving on, 'cause it's just Hinge and Heartbreak tonight, crying in the glow of the blue light. Designed to be deleted, yeah, that's what they said. But I didn't know you meant us instead. You unmatched the future, you deleted the we. Leaving of yours are not found inside of me. Hinge and Heartbreak, the algorithm lied.
Yeah, look, I saw your profile again on a different phone. Active today, and I'm here alone. Same photo, same joke, same two truths and a lie. I guess the lie was the way you look me in the eye. You're back on the market, back on the run, while I'm out here handling the emotional brunt of a connection that was just a collection of pixels. At high-speed romance, they ran out of whistles. I'm a data point you've already cleared from the cache, watching our always turn into ash. How many people are you most compatible? How many stories are just a digital myth, and not just a private? And does this just Hinge and Heartbreak tonight, crying in the glow of the good light? Designed to be deleted, yeah, that's what they said. But I didn't know you meant us instead. Asian Heartbreak, are you sure you want to remove this? I'm knocking on the center of my chest. It sounds like a drum. It sounds like an empty hall. You were the only thing keeping the structure from collapsing. And now I'm just a shield for a ghost. 6 a.m. and I'm tracing the 4K bone, sitting in a sanctuary made of calcium and stone. The armor is perfect, the finish is bright, but there's a 4K disaster in the middle of the night. I'm a forensic detective of the vacant and cold, analyzing a story that's already been told and deleted. I'm counting the echoes, I'm counting the air, searching for a pulse that's no longer there. I'm a high-definition version of an empty space, wiping the dust from this high society place. And the ribs are still standing, the frame is still tight, but I'm losing the battle with the gravity of light. Oh, the armor is heavy, oh, I wasn't ready for the nothingness. 'Cause I've got a hollow sternum tonight, caught in the shadows in the artificial light. The heart has been evicted, the soul is a ghost. I'm just a shield for the man I love the most. Oh, I'm a high fashion charge and a soul in the void. Why want us to govern. Yeah, look, check the density, check the macro, check the grain. I'm a forensic detective of the internal pain. I'm analyzing the vacuum, the lack and the gone, walking through the ruins in the grayscale dawn. You want a lover? You were a structural fail, leaving me to rock in this high society jail. I'm a satellite falling to a velvet lined floor, wiping the static from the bedroom door. Oh, you're the absence, I'm the void you ignore, leaving me to battle on the storage room floor. It's skeletal devotion, a high gloss lie, watching the always just flicker and die. If you're not, does it echo? Is she cold, do I let go? There's nothing left to pretend, 'cause I've got a house down tonight, caught in the shadows and the artificial light. The heart has been evicted, the soul is a ghost. I'm just a shield for the man I love the most. Hollow sternum. I'm just an empty cage. I'm just an empty cage.
I look fine in the dailies, the lighting is perfect, the makeup is set. No one sees the pressure building under the silk. It's a quiet disaster, and I'm the only one who can feel the flood.
Pain on the courage, pain on the pride, hiding the 4K version of that hollow inside. I'm walking the clock and I'm hitting the mark. All the red in my spirit is stained in the dark. You were the impact, you were the crash. Now I'm just the echo of the emotional ash. I'm a forensic detective of the invisible, analyzing why I'm suddenly so out of tune with the world. I'm tracing the pressure, I'm tracing the leak in a high definition version of a love that was weak.
And the volume is rising, but the sound is so low. I'm losing the battle with the things I don't show. The damage is deep, oh, the truth is a steep price to pay. 'Cause I got internal bleeding tonight. I'm fading away in a little light. You can't see the river, you can't see the red, but I'm drowning in every word that you said. Oh, I'm high fashion tragedy, soul in the gray, watching the always just leak all the way. Oh, eternal bleeding, I'm finally receding.
Yeah, look, check the vital, check the color, check the brain. I'm a forensic detective of the hidden pain. I'm analyzing the trauma, I'm analyzing the force of a love that ran its high speed, invisible course. You weren't a lover, you were a contusion, leaving me stranded in this 4K delusion. I'm a 4K disaster in a very light cell, wiping the mascara from a cinematic hell. Hope hit a rupture, I'm a void you ignore, leaving me to puddle on the storage room floor. It's a sacred devotion, a high gloss lie, watching the airtight just flicker and die.
If I scream, I'm dying. Does anyone see? Or am I just too good at being me? The pressure is bursting. Internal bleeding. I'm empty now.
always said you'd never let me go. I thought it was a promise. I thought it was safety. But now that you're gone, the memory is a vice. It's cold, it's unyielding, and it's starting to crush the life out of me.
I'm sitting in the trailer, staring at the door, feeling the weight of the us on the floor. I try to unbolt the always, I try to cut the chain, but the 4K version of you is etched into my brain. You were the anchor, you were the stay. Now you're the iron that won't let me walk away. I'm a forensic detective of the cold and the hard, analyzing the bruises on my cinematic heart. I'm tracing the middle, I'm tracing the rust in a high-definition version of a broken down trust. And the tension is rising, the pressure is real. I'm losing the battle with the weight of the steel. All the fingers are closing, all the truth is exposing my scars. 'Cause I'm cutting your iron grip tonight, suffocating in the shadow of the artificial light. You're the memory that won't let me breathe, the ghost of the forever that refused to leave. Oh, I'm a half-fashion tragedy, a soul in a vice, watching the magic turn in your eyes. Oh, iron grip, I'm losing my shit.
Yeah, look, check the alloy, check the temper, check the mold. I'm a forensic detective of a love that's gone cold. I'm analyzing the squeeze, I'm analyzing the force of a love that ran its high-speed industrial course. It sees I'm a 4K disaster in a velvet line wound, wiping the soot from the cinematic doom. You weren't a lover, you were a cage, keeping me stuck on the very same page of the spectrum. Satellite fall into a cold metal floor, saw to a man who doesn't love me anymore. You're the shackle, I'm the damage you leave, stuck in the silence of the things I believe.
Does it make you happy to know I can't move? Does it make you powerful with nothing left to prove? Just let me go. 'Cause I caught in your iron grip tonight, suffocating in the shadow of the artificial light. You're the memory that won't let me breathe, the ghost of the forever that refused to leave. Iron grip, breaking under the weight. The ice is melted in the bottom of the glass, watching the minutes in the memories press. The bartender's yawning, leaning on the wood. I'd fix us both a miracle if I only could. But the neon is flickering, a tired shade of red, painting all the I love yous that we haven't said. We're the only ones left in this hollowed out room, two shadows waiting for the finality to loom. You're looking at your watch, I'm looking at the door, knowing we won't walk through it together anymore. The space between our chairs is a canyon tonight, and I'm losing the will to put up a fight. And it's last call for us, let the bell ring out, closing the tab on every hope and every doubt. The lights are coming up, and the truth is way too bright. We're drinking down the dregs of a love that didn't stay right. No more, see you tomorrow, no more, wait for me. Just a long walk home to the people we used to be. Yeah, the bar is closing down and the sky's turning dust. It's the final round, the last call for us. Your keys are on the table, the heavy
heavy silver weight, reminding me that someday turned into too late. I could ask for one more, I could beg for a sign, but you can't vintage age. Your love has turned to wine, turned to vinegar and salt, turned to echoes and smoke. Everything we do feels like a cool, quiet joke. I'll take my coat and I'll take my pride, but there's nowhere left for a heart to hide. The register is clicking, the night is adding in. I'm losing my lover, I'm losing my friend. The space between our chairs is a canyon tonight, and I've officially lost the will to fight. And it's last call for us. Let the bell ring now, closing the tab on every hope and every doubt. The lights are coming up, and the truth is way too bright. We're taking down the dregs of a love that didn't stay right. No more see you tomorrow, no more wait for me. Just a long walk home to the people we used to be. Yeah, the bar is closing down and the sky's turning dust. It's the final round, the last call for us. Don't leave a tip on a broken heart. Don't try to finish the parts we didn't start. Just let the silence be the final word, the saddest melody that I ever heard. Pour it out, let it go. Everything we want is just a ghost in the show. This last call for us, this last call for us, this last call for us. This door is locked, the street is cold, and the story is told. Yeah, out of time. The curtains are dancing with the ghost of a breeze. I'm down on the floor, I'm down on my knees, searching for a scent you might have left on the rug, reaching for the phantom of a 3-second hug. The clock on the wall is a heavy-handed judge, counting every minute that I'm holding a grudge against the reality that you're really gone. I'm building a temple to wait for the dawn. I hear the floorboard creak, I hear a key in the lock, but it's just the house settling, it's just the tick of the clock. I'm whispering hello to an empty hallway, doing anything to keep the silence at bay. And I'm lost in these late night delusions again, rewriting the story, changing the end. I'm making believe that you're
just in the kitchen, ignoring the parts of my heart that need stitching. I'm painting your face on the back of my eyes, living the truth made of beautiful lies. It's a dangerous high, it's a sweet kind of fusion, drowning in my late night delusions. I check my phone and the screen is so bright, it's a blinding reminder of the weight of the night. I reread the text from a year ago, May, and I convinced myself you're just having a day, that you'll text me tomorrow, that you'll say I was wrong. I'm stretching a second until it's a lifetime long. I'm a master of fiction, I'm a queen of the diff, falling off the edge of a digital cliff. I see your shadow move, I see your coat on the chair, but I look again and there's nothing but air. I'm whispering, stay to the cold of the room, waiting for flowers that are never gonna bloom. And I'm lost in these late night delusions again, rewriting the story, changing the end. I'm making believe that you're just in the kitchen, ignoring the parts of my heart that need stitching. I'm painting your face on the back of my eyes, living the truth made of beautiful lies. It's a dangerous high, it's a sweet kind of fusion, drowning in my late night delusions. I'm not crazy, I'm just haunted, I'm just giving myself the love that I wanted. If I stop the delusion, then you're really away, and I can't face the nothing of a Saturday. So I'll stay in the dark, I'll stay in the pretend, where the movie is playing and it never has to end. Yeah, it never has to end. I'm lost in these late night delusions again, rewriting the story, changing me, and I'm making believe that you're just in the kitchen, ignoring the parts of my heart that need stitching. The sun hits the floor, the shadows all flee, and there's no one here but the hollow of me. Just a delusion, just a delusion tonight. I thought the heat meant we were alive. I didn't realize the mountain was breaking until the floor started to melt. It's too late to run now, it's already at the door. We were dormant for years, just a quiet kind of glow, hidden underneath the surface where I always used to grow. Then the pressure started building and the crust began to crack, and there's no way to push the fire and the feelings back. You're a slow-moving tragedy, a red-orange wave coming for the memories that I tried so hard to save. I'm watching the garden turn to ash and to smoke, choking on the promises that you effortlessly broke. It's a 4K disaster in a high-fashion scene, watching you incinerate the us that should have been. And the air is getting thick and the sky is turning gray. I'm watching every exit slowly flicker and fade away. Oh, the heat is rising, oh, there's no disguising the air. 'Cause your love is alive off your tonight, consuming every shadow, killing every light. It's beautiful and violent, it's a terrifying red, burning through the pillows and the things we never said. Oh, I'm standing in a path of a high-speed goodbye, watching the forever turn to smoke in the sky. Oh, lava flow, it's the only way you know. Yeah, look,
Check a temperature, check the flow, check the rate. I'm a forensic detective of an unfortunate fate. I'm analyzing the magma, I'm analyzing the burn, waiting for the moment that the love will finally turn into obsidian, into something cold and black. Cause there's no way to bring the soft and tender back. You weren't a spark, you were a tectonic shift, leaving me to drown in this radioactive gift. I'm a 4K disaster in the silk is in the dress, waking the silk from this high society mess. Hold you the fire, I'm the perf, you erase, leaving nothing but a star in this empty wrong space.
When it cools down, will I be stoned? When the fire's gone and not just alone.
Everything I loved is under the air. Cause your love is a lava flow tonight, consuming every shadow, killing every light. It's beautiful and violent, it's a terrifying red, burning through the pillows and the things we never said. It's finally
It's finally cold. I'm staring at a video from 3 years ago. The 4K sunlight and the way you used to glow. Every strand of hair, every flicker in your eyes. Before we started living through these digital lies. Now when we talk, the connection's always weak. I'm searching for the secrets that you no longer speak. You're breaking up, you're freezing on my screen. A distorted version of the man you've always been. The edges are jagged, the colors are gray. You're 1,000 megapixels further away. I'm reaching out to touch you, but my hand hits the glass, watching the high-def memories pass. And now we're just a low-res romance, losing the detail, losing the dance. I'm zooming in, but I can't find the spark. Just blocks of color drifting in the dark. You're out of focus, I'm out of time, trying to read between the glitching lines. It's a grainy kind of lonely, a pixelated heart. In this slow-res romance, we're falling apart. I try to download the us I used to know, but the bar never moves, the signal is low. We're a compressed file of a much bigger story, stripped of the magic, stripped of the glory. I remember the warmth, the weight of your skin. Now I just wonder where the static begins. Your thumbnail of a lover, a ghost in a feed, providing everything except for what I need. The edges are jagged, the colors are gray. You're 1,000 megapixels further away. I'm reaching out to touch you, but my hand hits the glass, watching the high-def memories pass. And now we're just a low-res romance, losing the detail, losing the dance. I'm zooming in, but I can't find the spark. Just blocks of color drifting in the dark. You're out of focus, I'm out of time, trying to read between your glitching lines. was just a low-rise romance, losing the details in the dance on so many. I can't find the spot, just blocks of color drifting in the dark. You're out of focus, I'm out of time, trying to read between the glitching lines. It's a break, kinda lonely, a pit to let hold in this slow-rise romance. We're falling apart, connecting lost. I can't see you anymore. Too much grain, not enough heart. You used to be the light I reflected. Now the earth is getting in the way.
It's getting so dark, so fast. The alignment was perfect, but that's what I thought. And the gravity of us, I was happily caught. I was the moon blowing bright in your sky, reflecting the fire that lived in your eye. But its shadow is moving, a cold heavy gray, taking the old ways and pulling it away. I can feel the temperature starting to drop in the middle of a dance that I didn't want to stop. I'm losing the glow, I'm losing the heat, watching the darkness become so complete. And the stars are all watching, but nobody speaks, while the salt from the memory runs down my cheeks. Oh, the light is fading, oh, the sky is breaking, 'cause I'm caught in a lunar eclipse tonight, watching you swallow the last of my light. I'm standing in the shadow of the things we didn't say, watching the forever just flicker away. Oh, I'm a ghost in the red, I'm a soul in the dark, searching for the ghost of a beautiful spark. Oh, lunar eclipse, everything's gone, and I'm still holding on. Yeah, look, it's not a new moon, it's not a beginning. It's a slow motion crash while the planet is spinning. I'm a forensic detective of the orbital path, calculating the weight of the emotional math. The earth is the baggage, the earth is the pride, the heavy duty secrets that you're trying to hide. It's that right between us, it blocked out the sun. Now I'm looking at the damage that the silence has done. I'm a blood red moon in a black hole sky, too proud to scream and too broken to fly. Oh, you're the shadow, I'm the light that's obscured, tired of the maybe that I've already endured. Wait for the transit, wait for the time. How much of my spirit do you have to burn? I can't live in the shadow, 'cause I'm caught in a lunar eclipse tonight, watching you swallow the last of my light. I'm standing in the shadow of the things we didn't say, watching the forever just flicker away. Lunar eclipse, it's so cold when the light doesn't reach. I got the view I always dreamed of, 40 floors up, looking down on the world. Deep breath, but there's no one here to see it with me. And the air is thinner than I thought it would be. I'm Walking on marble that's colder than ice, paying for peace with a premium price. I got the silk sheets, I got the gold flame, but the walls are so thick they don't echo your name. I'm a high definition ghost under this designer dress, cleaning up the remains of this high fashion mess. I used to want the world, now I just want a hand to hold in the middle of this beautiful land. I'm nothingness, I'm eating dinner for one, watching the skyline swallow the sun.
And the lights of the city are 1,000 bright eyes, watching me struggle with these low vibe lies. I'm successful tonight and dying for the love, 'cause I'm living in luxury. It only needs smell, wearing the weight of a crown on my brow. I got the penthouse, I got the keys, but I'm down on my custom fit, broken down knees. Yeah, it's a 5-star heartbreak, a premium make, a high gloss version of a soul crushing steak. Luxury loneliness, it's a long way down.
Yeah, look, you got it all, you're living a life while I'm cutting my heart on a platinum knife. I'm a forensic detective of an empty nest home, trading in love for a kingdom of chrome. I check the followers, I check the likes, but I'm still feeling the emotional spikes of a memory that's lingering in a walk-in closet, a love that I lost and I can't even deposit back into the system on 4K disaster. Running from the silence that's moving even faster. Cashmere can't hold me, diamonds can't talk. I'm a high fashion shadow on a high society walk.
If I gave back the view, would I get back the eyes? If I thought I could go, would you give me what you want? It's so quiet at the top, 'cause I'm living in luxury. Loneliness now, wearing the weight of a town on my brow. I got the penthouse, I've got the keys, but I'm down on my custom fit, broken down knees. Luxury, luxury, loneliness. Luxury, luxury, loneliness. Luxury, luxury, loneliness. It's a beautiful cage. It's a beautiful Everyone's in their seats now.
They're waiting for the magic, waiting for the glow. I gave you my best years just to make sure the lighting was right. I didn't know I'd be the only one dying in the final scene. We were the marquee name, the 4K dream, a high definition version of a high society scheme. I played the lover, I played the saint, painting a picture that you knew you couldn't paint. The world saw the magic, the world saw the rise, but I saw the static growing in your high definition eyes. I was the anchor, the center, the soul, while you were just playing a temporary role. I'm a forensic detective of a high-speed romance, analyzing why we never actually stood a chance. And the music is loud and the pressure is high. I'm watching the forever get swallowed by the sky. Oh, the plot is twisting, the whole the us is missing from the frame. 'Cause I was your main feature tonight, the only thing keeping you relevant and bright. I gave you the heart, you gave me the act. Now I'm left with the wreckage of a cold-hearted pact. Oh, I'm a masterpiece of misery, a soul on the screen, watching the ghost of the happy that could have been whole. Main feature, I'm just a ghost of a preacher. Yeah, look, check the screenplay, check the dialogue, check the takes. I'm a forensic detective of our 4K mistakes. I'm analyzing the close-ups, the unedited tears, the high-definition trauma of these wasted years. You weren't a partner, you were a director, leaving me stranded without a protector. In the storm, I'm a 4K disaster in a velvet-lined room, wiping on mascara from the cinematic room. I'm a satellite falling to a gold-plated floor, tied to a man who doesn't love me anymore. Oh, you're the applause, I'm the pain you ignore, leaving nothing but a scar on the cutting room floor.
What happens when the house lights come up? what happens when you drunk the whole cup. More than just an attraction is how your main feature tonight. The only thing keeping you relevant and bright. I gave you the heart, you gave me the act. Now I'm left with the wreckage of a cold-hearted past. Main feature. The screen is going black. Sound. The screen is going black. You didn't just tell me you loved me. You lived it, you breathed it. You stayed in character so long, I forgot there was a script. But now the director called cut, and I'm looking for a man who doesn't exist. You checked the wardrobe, you checked the light. You were the perfect one every single night. I saw the 4K devotion in the way you stared, building a sanctuary, all the thin, cold air. It wasn't a performance, it was method at its best, taking up the residence inside of my chest. I'm the forensic detective of the way you lied, searching for the real you that was never inside. You lived the lies, you felt the pain, while I was the one drowning in your artificial rain. And the lines were so natural, the touch was so warm. I didn't see the actor in the center of the storm. All the take is over. I'm no longer your muse, 'cause that was method, acting at its peak. The way you kissed the always onto my cheek. You didn't just play, you became alive, leaving me to watch the only me I know just die. It's a hard-fashioned tragedy, a 4K shame, watching you walk away without a flicker of the flame. Oh, method acting. I'm the one who is actually collapsing.
Yeah, look, shift the motivation, shift the craft, shift the soul. I'm a forensic, I take it out of all control. I'm analyzing the stuff fixed so that I'll never leave, wiping the soul from the things I used to believe. You weren't a man, you were a character study, leaving my heart and my memory all muddy and gray. I'm a 4K disaster in a velvet lined room, wiping the mascara from this theatrical doom. I'm a satellite falling to a hollow stage floor, tied to a ghost who doesn't live here anymore. You're the technique, I'm the damage you leave, stuck in the silence of the web that you weave. Where does the actor end and the you begin? Oh, is there never anything beneath the skin? You never felt the thing, 'cause that was method, acting at its peak. The way you kissed the always onto my cheek. You didn't just play, you became alive, leaving me to watch
masterpiece of moving on. I wear my pride like armor until the light is gone. I tell my friends I'm better, I tell my heart it's true. I found 1,000 different ways to not be missing you. But the sun is a witness I can't quite deceive, and the shadows have a way of tugging at my sleeve. Once the clock hits 12, the walls begin to thin, and that's when the midnight logic starts settling in. Common sense goes out the window with the breeze, and I'm trading my dignity for moments on my knees. The moon is a liar, the stars are just decoys. In a house full of silence, I'm making so much noise. It's the midnight lottery, making sense of the mess. Convinced that if I called you, you'd answer with a yes. Physics of the fall, telling me that nothing is better than never at all. I'm rewriting our ending in a different color light, trying to make the wrong things feel perfectly right. I'm a genius of the maybe, a scholar of the if, falling for the midnight logic right off of the cliff. Analyzing timestamps like they're Holy Script, looking for a secret in a conversation that's stripped. Maybe you're just active cause you're waiting for my name. Maybe your silence is just a different part of the game. Under the fluorescent glow of a kitchen light, I'm winning every argument we ever had tonight. I'm a lawyer for the lost causes, a defender of the pain, finding silver linings in a hurricane. Coming to take it all away, to turn my neon theories back into shades of gray. The moon is a liar, and I'm a willing fool, breaking every single one of my own no contact rules. It's that midnight logic, making sense of the mess. Convinced that if I called you, you'd answer with a yes. Physics of the fall, telling me that nothing is better and never at all. I'm rewriting our ending in a different kind of light, trying to make the wrong things feel perfectly right. I'm a genius of the maybe, a scholar of the is, falling for the midnight logic right off of the cliff. 6 a.m. is a cold-hearted judge that doesn't give a damn about a midnight grudge. It clears the smoke and it stops the spin, leaves me wondering where the hell I've been. In the wreckage of a dream, in the middle of a just a girl waiting for the dawn. Check the phone one last time, delete the draft. Go to sleep. The curtains are pulled, but the light's bleeding through. A silver reminder of everything you. I'm tracing the patterns of dust on the floor, in the shape of the ghost who don't live here no more. I've practiced my fine, I've rehearsed my okay, for the people who ask how I'm doing today. But when the world goes to sleep and the traffic goes quiet, my heart starts a low frequency riot. So I look to the window, to the pale frozen stone, the only one left who can hear me alone. I don't need a witness, I don't need a friend, I just need to talk till the beginning is the end. And it's just my moonlight monologue tonight, confessing my sins to the cold silver light. I'm telling the craters the things I can't say to a world that's too busy to look at the gray. You're 1,000 miles gone, or maybe a million, while I'm building a grief in a lonely pavilion. No one is listening, no one is home, just me and my moonlight monologue. I tell her about how you smelled like the rain, and the way that you're sorry felt just like a stain. I explain how I'm checking that active status while I'm falling deeper inside of this hiatus. Does the moon feel the weight of the tides pulling back? Does she know how it feels when the spirit starts to crack? She's seen, have you ever, who's ever been traded? She knows how the forever gets dusty and faded. I must burn secrets to the high lonely sky, asking the how and the when and the why. I don't need an answer, I don't need a sign, I just need to know that the silence is mine. And it's just my moonlight monologue tonight, confessing my sins to the cold silver light. I'm telling the craters the things I can't say to a world that's too busy. You look at the gray, you're 1,000 miles gone, maybe a million, while I'm building a grief in a lonely pavilion. No one is listening, no one is home, just be in my moonlight monologue. But she's heard it a billion times before. Every girl on the floor, every hand on the door, every plea come back and every don't go. It's a centuries old silver-plated show, but tonight it feels new, tonight it feels raw, like a physical breaking in emotional I'm still talking, I'm still here. Can you was too busy to look at the prize. You're 1,000 miles gone, or maybe a million. The moon starts to set, sun starts to rise. I'm trying to stop.